Hello everyone, this is Ishman Suhrawardi. Welcome to another episode of BracU Express Presents Student to Faculty, where we talk with faculties who were once students at BracU. In this episode, we have Sayeda Tashnuba Jahan, who's a lecturer of Maths and Physics at Department of Mathematics and Natural Sciences. Her research interests lies in multiple fields of theoretical physics. Besides this, she is also one of the organizers of Mehbuba talks in math and physics by the School of Data and Sciences at BracU. Moreover, that she is also one of the organizers of the very prestigious Jamal Nazrul Islam Memorial Winter School. So today we have the opportunity to talk with her, know about her and her journey. So let's begin. Hello ma'am, how are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So first of all, why did you choose BracU Physics?
Well, if I'm being very honest, I didn't choose BracU Physics. During my time when I was going to start my undergraduate studies, I was very inclined to studying physics in general. So my only options were public universities in Bangladesh, if I were to stay in Bangladesh, and Brac University, because Brac University was the only private university that offered physics at that time, which very few people knew at the time. So I figured that if I were to sit for the public university exams, I had to go through a lot of admission tests and all of that stuff. So I chose BracU because I thought the physics program would be something that would basically make me pursue what I wanted to do. So therefore I came to BracU Physics, and then eventually that's what started my physics career.
Initially, what were the reactions from everyone when you told that I'm going to study physics as an undergrad major?
Well, people didn't know that you could study physics as an undergraduate program because during 2016, that is when I started my undergraduate studies, people thought physics was also a sector of engineering. People thought that studying physics meant I would become an engineer eventually. So that is what they thought, and they thought, well, primarily the question I received was, what are you going to do with this degree eventually when you finish your undergrad studies? So my answer was simple. I wanted to be a teacher, which I think I fulfilled right now. And also I wanted to be a researcher because I liked to ask questions about the universe and so on.
So, what is your field of interest now in research?
Okay. So my field of interest right now is string cosmology. So basically, I am probing questions about how the universe began from a string theoretic perspective. And also, I have worked on black holes, particularly primordial black holes, which are black holes that formed in the very early universe.
How did you navigate this when you were an undergrad student here?
Well, I navigated this, or basically, I wanted to study this ever since I was in grade 7. Because I liked to look up at the sky and ask why is the sky the way it is, and also fundamental questions like, okay, I see this star, how did this star form, where did this come from, and so on. So I figured eventually I would want to answer these questions, and therefore I was always interested in asking questions of cosmology, black holes, and astronomical objects, and so on. So therefore navigated to where I am.
Thank you. So, you are one of the very few female physicists in Bangladesh who are active. So, how do you feel about it?
I feel kind of sad because there is unfortunately a very big discrepancy in the female to male ratio, especially in the field that I work in, which is quantum gravity. So particularly from Bangladesh, I don't see many female students pursuing this sector of theoretical physics in quantum gravity. Main researchers who are female are not brown. In fact, they are Western people and so on. So there is some reason to why females from our community don't pursue this. I understand that it is very hard, but my feeling towards this is, since I am here, I am doing quantum gravity and I am doing theoretical physics, I have many female students who are also very enthusiastic like me. So I wish to garner that enthusiasm eventually, so that in next interviews you don't have to ask me or anyone questions as such.
Now, why did you choose BracU as your ground of teaching?
Well, I figured there wasn't really a sort of chronology to why I chose BracU. since I am a BracU student, teaching at BracU was an opportunity that was open for me because I figured that the physics program here was something that I was familiar with. So therefore, teaching over here would be easier for me. And BracU was my first job as teaching and has been my only job for teaching. So I have not really navigated anywhere else. So that is why I chose BracU in the first place. But now, if you ask me why I still keep choosing BracU, that would be because I see that there is a substantial amount of change in the physics program, and I see students that are now enrolled in the physics program are doing much better than what we had before. So there is a generation of people who are getting better and better and better at this. So therefore, this is something that I like to see myself as a teacher. So that is why I keep choosing to teach.
Thank you. So, how was this journey of being a BracU student to a teacher?
It was very embarrassing at first. Embarrassing in the sense that I used to get shy when I used to tell other people that I teach at Brac now instead of studying at Brac. But it was also very exhilarating in the sense that, you know, people were taught, okay, oh, you know, you're from Brac University, you studied from Brac and you're teaching at Brac too. I got this comment from a student recently that they didn't know much people from MNS who also studied at Brac and also are teaching at Brac University currently. So that was something that was interesting. But yeah, I think there is always this warmth that you receive when you're a BracU student. It's because it's your home university, so you always feel some, you know, pull towards it. So it feels
kind
good.
of like it's a home.
It's home, yeah. So it feels good to be here as a teacher as well.
So, any advice for the young physicists who are currently enrolled?
You have to study. That is my point one advice.
Yeah.
Is because we chose a major that is very difficult. So we know for a fact that physics as a major is not an easy path. So what you have to do if you want to become a researcher in the future is study really hard and make sure that your foundational concepts are built really strong, so that eventually when you do proper research or theoretical work, you can apply those foundational concepts and it makes it much simpler. So my advice would be study.
Moving to the next questions. You are one of the organizers of Mehbuba Talks in Math and Physics. So, how do you feel about that?
I feel really excited about this because when we started Mehbuba Talks in Math and Physics, this was basically in an attempt to create dialogue between researchers in math and physics, so that people who researched, they don't have to be established researchers, they could be young students who are working on a project as well, so that they could sort of convey their research work to other people, and so that this whole conversation stays in place, that people know what other people are doing, particularly in Brac University and abroad. And this also helps other people understand what the conventional research is right now and how to correspond with them and so on. So my particular goal was this, and I feel excited at the fact that it is actually being established. We do have many lecture series running, and we have also mini courses that are also ongoing. So it's exciting.
Now, moving on to the next question. You are one of the organizers of the very prestigious Jamal Nazrul Islam Memorial Winter School. So, can you tell us a bit about it?
So Jamal Nazrul Islam Memorial Winter School was basically a winter school which we have normally for theoretical physics. So this time around we had lecture series on black holes and string cosmology. So it was in an attempt to garner these advanced topics to Bangladeshi students, because most of the time Bangladeshi students are not exposed to these kinds of courses and so on. So what we did was we invited many prestigious and well-known physicists in the field, particularly Dr. Ashok Sen, Professor Ashok Sen. We had Professor Michele Ciccoli, we had Professor Subrat Raju. They all came and they taught. We also had a preschool session. So I think it was a very big deal for us to be able to host them and also host the school in Brac University and also in Bangladesh. So I think that was a very good opportunity for the students of Bangladesh interested in string cosmology and black holes, and also for future students, because we do plan to keep this an ongoing thing. So hopefully in the near future.
In the last semester, you taught black holes for the first time in Bangladesh as an undergrad course. How do you feel about it? What was the motivation behind it?
Well, black holes is my expertise, so I feel like I always felt like people who are doing their undergraduate thesis, most of the students I've known or faced, they were always students who wanted to do a thesis on black holes. But unfortunately, there were not many courses or fundamental lecture series on black holes that were available in Bangladesh. So most of the thesis students had to learn them from scratch and on their own. So what I wanted to do was create an official course which would outline the fundamental topics of black holes and how we get black holes, how it comes from general relativity and so on, so that they have a foundation built which they can use eventually to do their thesis. So that was my motivation behind it, and of course, because I myself am working on black holes, therefore I wanted to do something that I think would be, I would be good at teaching. So that is the idea to why.
So that's all. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.